Going on, I have Warriors. So today we have SC Beauty Lashes as she gives us a video on her 60 days of only juice fasting and water. And she states that this is only to kickstart my healthy lifestyle change. Now, I have my thoughts on juice fasting. We're going to go ahead and take a look at the video and see what the progress was for her. I turned off the audio because it's just music, and you could read what it says during the time of the video, and I don't want to get hit with a copyright strike. So we're gonna go ahead and play this. We're gonna look at the results, and then I'm gonna talk to you about what I think when it comes to juice fasting. All right, here we go. So she loses 18 kgs. I could already start to see a difference. It's slight, but I see it there. Yep, now definitely seeing a difference from the beginning. Okay. I always prefer when they do these things to use the same clothing, like consistently throughout. I mean, it wouldn't paying you to do that, because what that does is it tells us based off of how the clothes fits you, just the little micro stuff that we won't be able to see. That's day 60. Okay, so that's her day 60, right? That's day 60. And if we go back here, yeah, she definitely lost a lot of weight. You could see said she started at 104 kilograms, ended at 86 kilograms. Okay, so she lost a lot of weight. Now, let's talk about this, guys. Let's talk about this. Now, the thing that I want to talk about when it comes to juice fasting is it removes literally one of my favorite macronutrients. Not one of my favorite macronutrient. What am I talking about? Protein. The power of consuming protein goes without saying. Protein is it puts into your body the amino acids, which are the building blocks for muscle tissue. Muscle degradation happens when you don't consume protein, because that is one of the pillars of protein synthesis. You need to consume protein. You need to be at a caloric surplus. That's not happening if you're losing weight. So you already can't do one of the pillars by default. Then there's resistance training, which will start to reduce over time as you're losing weight, especially if you're not consuming protein. So you start to chop at that leg as well. And then there's also meal frequency. Now, if you're doing a juice fast, that means that your meal frequency is probably pretty low. Some people just do breakfast, lunch, dinner, juice fast. Some people just do breakfast, then dinner, or lunch, then dinner, whatever it is. There's going to be some sort of timing element in there where they're not consuming as much food throughout the day. And even if they are, they're not consuming protein. So you are literally chopping every single protein synthesis leg right from under it. No protein consumption, no high frequency meal, no resistance training, and no caloric surplus. 4 pillars for building muscle completely knocked out. There's basically no protein synthesis taking place. What will happen is that your body will start to degrade muscle. There will be multiple instances of glucose neogenesis, where your body is using your muscle tissue, breaking it down and turning it into glucose for your energy. You're going to be losing quick weight. Yes, a lot of that is going to be water. A lot of that is going to be muscle mass. And some of it is also going to be fat, obviously, because you are at a caloric deficit. But when you give your body a reason not to maintain muscle, it will not maintain muscle. Now, when it comes to these kind of fasts as well, many times the fiber is even removed from the vegetables itself. Technically, without medical supervision, you really shouldn't do a liquid only diet because there's so many nutrients that it is missing, and protein being one of the most important. Now, I'm not knocking her for what she did. 60 days on juice fast is way too much. You are destroying muscle tissue. I would prefer that you eat and do fasting so that at least you're consuming an adequate amount of protein, especially during a caloric deficit, so that you can retain as much protein as possible. Think about it. If you lose protein, considering that muscle is highly metabolically active, if you are losing protein, you are making it harder for you to now maintain this weight loss. It's much easier now to regain weight because less calories will make you hit a deficit, will make you hit a surplus or a maintenance level, right? So the more muscle you have on your body, the better it is in terms of your calories out, because how highly metabolically active your muscle tissues are, which is why protein consumption is super important during weight loss, because your body will automatically slow down metabolically. But how much that slowdown will be determined by so many different biological factors, like how much muscle mass were you able to retain. The less muscle you were able to retain, the less metabolically active your body will be, especially during the BMR burning, which is the majority of your calorie burn, which is the basal metabolic rate. So I am not a proponent for juice fasting. I'm sorry if anybody is out there a juice faster, but I would prefer, for health and just for overall positive biology, to maintain muscle mass and all these different things, and have protein go into your system, and even just the consumption of protein and how metabolically, how the thermic effect of protein, which is much higher than all the other macronutrients, it's at 30%. So for every 100 calories of protein, your body has to burn 30% of that. So you end up actually only storing, you can't actually even store protein. Protein can't even get stored like in body fat, but you actually only end up basically consuming 70 calories, because of the fact that your body, 30% of that protein that came in automatically is used to break down that protein that came in, while with carbs is about 10%, 10 to 15%, and with fats is about 3 to 5%. So protein is more, it has a higher thermic effect, and then when it helps you retain muscle, it helps you build muscle, it creates a more metabolically active body. I wouldn't recommend doing this. Did she lose weight? Yes. How much of it is body fat? How much of it is muscle? We don't know. But just based off of the scientific literature, I'm sure that a dangerous amount of it was muscle tissue. All right, let me know what you guys think down in the comment section below. And hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that share button to help somebody out when it comes to this kind of stuff, because some people take fasting and they put it in a complete bucket, like one little bucket, and they say all fasting is good, even juice fasting, when in reality it is not. All right, until next time, guys, peace out.